We invented light beer, made the rules.
This must be the front row.
We can change them. Introducing new light ice from Miller. Ice brewed and less filling. 100% ice brewed for a taste that's more of what you want. Definitely light for less of what you don't.
New beer, new rules. How you doing?
New light ice from Miller.
If you're looking for a reliable place for your car or truck, I've got news for you.
Now at Pep Boys, $10 rebate on all Futura, Michelin, and Uniroyal tires in stock.
Come to Pep Boys and drive away happy.
So, Eric, you can pass, you can skate, you can hit, you can score. Is there anything you can't do?
Yodel?
Let's see. Excellent Tuesday. Day after Monday, Tuesday. Not too bad Tuesday. Super Tuesday! Yes! You bet!
Championship week is so big it runs 9 days, the 5th of March through the 13th. 30 games, 70 hours, 26 conference champions will be crowned. You know, America likes that. March Madness has officially begun. The first tourney is tipped. The Northeast Conference first round. Mount St. Mary's the winner over St. Francis of New York. Double-double for Michael Watson, 24 points, 11 boards. And St. Francis of PA, a career-high 29 from senior forward Chris Hemming to beat the Blackbirds by 9. Now back to the moving pictures. Louisiana Tech, Western Kentucky. Jerry Lloyd, final season at Louisiana Tech's helm, and he hung around a game too long. Darius Hall, the inside move. Western Kentucky blows it open in half 2. Danielle Macklin with the big-time flush, and WKU beats Tech 70-47. In the Mid-Continent Conference, Wisconsin Green Bay's win combined with Illinois Chicago's loss to Cleveland State, it gives the Phoenix the regular season title.
To professional ice hockey, the Ottawa Senators are streaking the wrong way. They're winless in 13 of their last 14 games and 26 of their last 38. Saturday night, they matched their worst loss in club history as St. Louis spanked them 11-1. Monday night versus Toronto, a long year for Rick Bowness. First period, Wendell Clark brings it from the blue line and puts it past Craig Billington. 31st goal of the year, 1-0 Leafs. Plenty of Toronto fans in Ottawa. Second period, Clark from Doug Gilmour. Another power play goal, 2-0 Leafs. And then Dave Anderchuk clears it, and Clark gets number 3. The hat trick, 4-1 Leafs. Clark's 6th hat trick of the year. The home fans rooting for the visiting Leafs, cheering them on to victory. It's another great crowd for us, said Wendell Clark. Ottawa has the worst record in the NHL at 10-45-8. Sharks and the Jets. Vachuslav Butsayev down in pain. Here's what happened. Butsayev boards Keith Chuck. Chuck taps him in the back of the leg, taps him. Butsayev from the movie Wimp. Third period, 2-2. Butsayev finds Sergei Makarov. Past Bob Essenza, 3-2 Sharks. Jets come back. Nelson Emerson's shot knocked home by Alexei Zhamnov. This one ends up 3-3 in overtime. The tie ends the Jets' club record-tying 10-game losing streak, but extends their winless streak to 19 games. The Sharks' winless skid now moves to 5 games. Relax. Take a deep breath. Relax. Ragdoll. Ragdoll. Did you know next?
I have a job, a family, a million things to do. Who has time to think about their car? That's why I take my car to Jiffy Lube for top-quality products like Pennzoil. They're professional. They do a great job, and I like Pennzoil. Why would I go anywhere else?
Jiffy Lube, America's favorite oil change for busy people.
Remember to bring your car to Jiffy Lube every 3,000 miles.
Yo, dudes. Awesome snack you got there. Yogurt, granola. What else you got? Banana. Yeah, power up to ride the big ones. Later, dude. Huh? Right on. Wow. Yogurt. Good breast food from the makers of milk.
Taking care of business every day.
In all the world of sports, there's probably nothing more beautiful than figure skating. And when the U.S. Figure Skating Association takes to the ice, you just know they'll be taking care of business.
Taking care of business every day.
As an official sponsor of the U.S. Figure Skating Association, Office Depot is proud to salute these talented young athletes.
Taking care of business, working overtime.
You're in the driver's seat with ESPN's three-point shootout contest. 3 winners go to the college championships in Charlotte to shoot for a legendary Nissan 300ZX. Watch ESPN to enter and keep your eye on the road. Sponsored by Pizza Hut and Quaker State.
Sportscenter is brought to you by Office Depot, taking care of business with guaranteed low prices on thousands of brand-name office supplies.
In news and notes, Gail Devers has a leg injury and is withdrawn from the USA Mobile Indoor Championships. And check it out, gold medal winner Oksana Bayul is moving to Hartford. That's right, she's moving to Hartford to train in a new $5 million state-of-the-art skating facility. Of course, that's in our backyard right near Bristol. We have a new neighbor.
We do. Already told you that the conference championship play has begun. Oftentimes, conference championship provides the slipper for Cinderella teams to get in. Not the case for St. Francis of New York, 1-26 out in the first round of the Northeast Conference.
Carl, did you know the team with the fewest wins to make the NCAA tourney is Bradley in 1955 with a record of 7-19.
Before we go, on a night Bobby Hurley won an ESPY and Steve Palermo won the Jimmy V Award for Courage, we bring you Mike Utley and another portrait in perseverance. Partially paralyzed in 1991, Mike Utley takes on the challenge of skiing. Mike Utley comparing it to football in a way, saying, you know, you fall down, you get hurt, you got to get back up. But good to see all 3 of those people I mentioned, Hurley, Utley, and Palermo, getting back into the swing of things.
Arkansas, Duke, Michigan regained the 1, 2, 3 spot in the college basketball poll. I'm Craig Kilborn. We'll see you later.
I'm Carl Ravitch. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take care.
The following is an ESPN special presentation.
Pressure right from the start. Nigel had taken too long. Time was running out. He was in trouble.
Ladies Pro Bowler Tour. Up next, I'm Dan Patrick.
I'm Chris Myers. We'll see you next time.
God, it's that song that means Sportscenter's on. My life can wait. I've got a very important date. I can't walk the dog, feed the kids, take a bath, wash my hair, brush my teeth, or take a job. Anytime I hear that, da-da-da, 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 da-da-da. Sportscenter is on. Sportscenter is on. Da-da-da, da-da-da. Da-da-da, da-da-da. Come on, 5-6, let's hear it. Da-da-da, da-da-da. I love those guys. Dan Patrick, you're great. Chris Myers, you are too.
Now that's our job, Bill. It's what we do.
I wish I knew how those guys feel. They're bigger than Michael, they're bigger than Shaquille. Their life is like one big highlight reel.
Good. Gone. The whiff. Wow. It's our job. It's what we do.
I wish the song had one more verse. A verse that ended just like the first. A verse that went da-da-da, da-da-da. Oh, come on, you're all pro. Da-da-da, da-da-da. How about a country cowboy here? Country bar. Come on, country cowboy. Oh. Da-da-da, da-da-da. on, how many pies? Come on, millionaires only now this time, okay, ready? You millionaires only, you know who you are. All right, your pimp, come on. All right. Oh, I feel it tonight. I feel it. How about everybody out there that's had a knee injury? Let's hear it from you folks. Come on. Way in the back there.
You cannot stop Cable Bill Murray. You can only hope to contain him. We could, Bill, because we care.
How about the band now? Come on. Oh, I wish somebody somewhere could really sing this song. How about you, mister? Hey, this guy's good. Come on. My God. My God. There's that song. That song means Sportscenter's on. Da-da-da, da-da-da, everybody. Da-da-da, da-da-da.
Live from the Paramount Theater in New York City, the ESPY, the 1994 American Sports Award. Appearances by Troy Aikman, Marv Albert, Tony Bennett, Matthew Broderick, Garth Brooks, John Campanera, Steve Carlton, Bill Cosby, Bob Costas, Nicole Eggert, Mike Eruzione, Michael J. Fox, Danny Glover, Dan Jansen, Jimmy Johnson, Ashley Judd, Michael Keaton, Jim Kelly, Hidden Play, David Letterman, Jerry Markbright, Bill Murray, Sarah Jessica Parker, Rosie Perez, Joe Pesci, Kevin Pollak, Buddy Ryan, Lawrence Taylor, Bob Uecker. Performances by John Michael Montgomery, Alton Peppa, the Delbert McClinton Band. From ESPN, Chris Berman, Andrea Kramer, Bob Lee, Chris Meyer, Keith Olbermann, Dan Patrick, Robin Roberts, Charlie Steiner, Joe Theismann, and Dick Vitale. And now, your host, Dennis Miller.
Thank you, and welcome to 1994 ESPYs. I'm your host, Snoop Doggy Denny Miller. And right now, there's 1,000 guys in Alabama looking at me and saying to themselves, "Hey, this ain't Speed Week!" Tonight's festivities are tainted a bit by a big demonstration outside the Paramount Theater. Apparently, some people are demanding a National League Baseball franchise right here in New York, and got a little ugly out there. I'll serve as your empath. Like Spock working a meld on the Horta. All right. A lot of luminaries tonight. I see Troy Aikman over there. All right. Yeah, I understand Troy sent a nice letter to Nancy Kerrigan over there in Lillehammer, huh? Yeah. Doesn't take much to figure out that Sportscenter fantasy, does it, Ben, huh? Yeah. Da-da-da, da-da-da. Yeah. Well, I had a disturbing day. I found out that Dick Vitale is on decaf, and then I spent the entire afternoon on the phone trying to convince Ted Danson not to come as Barry Bonds. You know, it's oh, it's been a big year for ESPN. They got the National Hockey League back, started a new network. Yeah. Started a new network, ESPN2, and last month, for the first time ever, Joe Theismann actually said, "Hey, enough about me." It's also been a big year in sports. It looks like Air Jordan is now just another commercial carrier that can't fly into Israel. And what a Winter Olympics, though, huh? Dan Jansen finally wins his gold medal. Yeah. Boy, if he hadn't, you can bet we would have seen him in the biathlon with a couple extra rifle clips strapped to his skis, huh? Unbelievable tension. Jansen goes 0 for 5, fires his coach, Marv Levy. Hey, also in Lillehammer, loss of control and a nasty spill by America's best luge hope, Duncan Kennedy. You know, that luge is like a gynecological exam at warp 9. And as for Tanya Harding, she made Ellie Mae look like Lee Radziwill. Tanya's the kind of woman who'd dance topless at her own husband's bachelor party. You know. And I think none of us will ever forget that tragic cry, "Why me? Why me?" Of course, I'm referring to Jamal Mashburn after he was drafted by the Dallas Mavericks. Mavericks have less success at home than Prince Charles. The other big Olympic news, Atlanta announced that the demonstration sport from the '96 games will be the nitro-fueled funny cars, and the International Olympic Committee selected Sydney, Australia over Beijing, China as the site for the 2000 Olympics because of better facilities and because they've never run over anybody with a tank in Australia. Other big sports news, Martina Navratilova has demanded she be allowed to play mixed doubles by herself, and hey, come on, she is out. Take it easy. And poor Mike Tyson found out that he still has to send Don King like 15 cigarettes a week. You know, Stir is such a bitch. In related news, it's official. John Chaney is fighting Mary Pierce's dad December 6th at Caesar's Palace. You know, near as I can figure, Chaney must have been channeling Frank Cush. I haven't seen anything that appalling since the Omaha Playhouse did A Christmas Carol with Todd Bridges. Okay, maybe pass the Cliff Notes out here. You know, Chaney said he was going to kill Calipari, and he got suspended for 1 game, and judging by some of the more recent legal decisions in this country, that's 1 more game than he would have gotten had he actually killed him. And one of my absolutely favorite nicknames had an incredible year, the Big Hurt, Lorena Bobbitt, and I think Johnny Bobbitt's going to be taking pitches for a while, huh? Quite frankly, you know, quite frankly, they might as well cancel the Super Bowl. Lately, it's been as competitive as the week they let Stephen Hawking on Jeopardy. It looks like the Bills may have to settle for a Lifetime Achievement Award. I mean, I love the Buffalo Bills, I really do, but man, I've seen less folding in an origami class. And of course, Jimmy Johnson celebrated the victory by going to Florida, and Jimmy celebrated by going back to Florida and letting our top guys at Cape Canaveral analyze his hair in an effort to improve the heat tiles on the space shuttle. And lastly, I'd just like to say I'd like to take this opportunity to say I'm donating the money I make tonight to my favorite new cause, the Stop Reggie Jackson from Referring to Himself in the Third Person Foundation. Now, let's get rolling. Over the last year, the world of sports thrilled us with champions, filled us with sadness, and provided more than its share of enduring images. Let the games begin.
inside handoff to Thomas, and he's knocked down at a fumble. Back to Gretzky to Sands from the right side. Swing and a bell. Left field. Way back. Blue Jays win it. The Blue Jays are World Series champions.
If I didn't have the desire to step on the basketball court and have something to prove, then I must admit that.
No prior knowledge of the planned assault on Nancy Kerrigan.
The report unasked of his
James Jordan was found dead, the victim of an apparent murder.
Don't give up. Don't ever give up.
That is really what separates people. Some people quit earlier than others.
Well, we'd like to thank our friends at CBS Sports for that beautiful Olympic footage. And now, to present the evening's first award is an actress nominated for an Oscar for her role in Fearless, and a linebacker who is exactly that for more than a decade. Please welcome Lawrence Taylor and Rosie Perez.
ESPY, do you have any future plans?
Well, actually, Rosie, I'm thinking about going into movies. What do you think?
Sure, you could like be the next Brian Bosworth.
Yeah, sure. Here are the nominees for Pro Football Player of the Year.
Troy Aikman.
3rd down and 8. Aikman back. Sets. Pump. Deep ball. Touchdown to the post.
Jerry Rice.
Straight back drop. Goes deep. He's got right. Unbelievable, Dave.
Emmett Smith.
Touchdown, Emmett Smith. Oh, what a run.
Who could the winner be?
And the SP goes to
Let me see.
Emmett Smith.
That's a really hard choice. Oh, man.
Thank you. First of all, I'd like to thank the ESPYs and for voting me to win this award. It is indeed a great honor for me to stand here on behalf of Jerry Jones, the owner of the Dallas Cowboys, Jimmy Johnson, the head coach, my family, my teammates. Without them guys, I would not be receiving this award. There's a number of MVP players on our team, and they will share this honor with me, will be with me for the rest of my life. Thank you, and have a good night.
And welcome, everybody, to the ESPY edition of Sportscenter. I mean, we'll take this show anywhere. It's shaping up to be quite an exciting show. Dennis Miller started off strong, stayed in the pocket, even though Robbie did look a little bit like he's playing for the House of David.
Yeah, just a little bit there. But, you know, it was really fitting that Emmitt Smith wins the night's first ESPY. He led the NFL last season with 1,486 yards rushing.
Now, to give you an idea of just how far that is, if you laid 1,486 yardsticks end to end, Smith would have to run the entire length.
For that, you went to Brown University?
That and some other things, yes.
All right. Well, since we're talking about football, Patriots coach Bill Parcells continues to try and sign veterans of his former team, you know, the New York Giants. Yesterday, Parcells offered long-term deals to Frank Gifford, Joe Pisarcik, and Willie Mays.
I think it was Mel Ott. No salary cap problems there, Rob. Coming up on the ESPYs, Michael J. Fox with the Hockey Player of the Year award.
Plus Salt and Pepper.
Who you calling Salt and Pepper, girl?
Well, you and me and TJ on prime time.
Yeah, for Cab Calloway. Yeah, well,
right.
they get the story.
And should the NFL reinstate instant replay or just have the players do it again real slow?
Well, let me ask you something. Should we do it now? Should I do it? It's early in the show. Should I do it now?
Go for it, Boomer.
All right. After Tanya relaces her skates, we'll be back in a moment.
The ESPYs are brought to you by the men and women of General Motors Worldwide, who are proud to bring you the telecast of the 1994 American Sports Awards. And by Reebok, Insta-Pump Technology. It's new, it's hot, it's radical. Grip it, feel it.
In the preseason, I don't get out much. But come spring, there's nothing more relaxing than a little walk in the park.
All men are created equal. Some just work harder in the preseason.
To play this game, you got to have the drive, you got to have the moves, you got to have the love, but most importantly...
Hey, man, you got the ball? No, I ain't got the ball. You got it?
Say what?
You got to have the ball.
Somebody better bring the ball. Bring the ball.
Hey, Chumps. Want a game?
The all-new Street Ball. It's a Rawlings, it's only $4.99 and only at Pizza Hut. Get one, because nobody plays without the ball.
Every day, thousands of people travel to New York on business. Business on the east side, the west side, business downtown. No matter where your business takes you, take yourself to a Marriott. The Marriott East Side, the Marriott Marquis, the Marriott Financial Center. 3 unique hotels that all share the same commitment to quality and service. We'll cater to all your business needs and all your personal needs as well. Rest assured, we make it happen for you.
Like a rock.
Here's the Chevy S-Series in color. Here it is in black and white. The new Chevy S-Series. Everything else is history.
So, does it ever get any easier?
I don't think it's supposed to. It's a sophisticated flight simulator. But around here, we call it the box. Even though it doesn't fly, it's sure going to test how well you can. At American, we come here twice a year to get checked out. You know, I don't know of another airline that puts more emphasis on training.
See you in 6 months.
Oh, I'll be back. But if you happen to be sitting behind me,
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
I bet you'll agree.
Welcome you aboard American Airlines.
It's worth it.
Our flight this morning should be a smooth one.
You don't stop playing baseball after 27 years and then just sit around. Over my career, I developed habits that keep me in shape. Regular workouts will always be a part of my life. And when I get sore, I take Advil. It's strong, it works, and I know it helps. And Advil's gentler on my stomach than aspirin. I know if I keep working out, I'll stay in shape. And when I get sore, Advil will keep working for me. Advil, advanced medicine for pain.
The Secretary of Agriculture, I am proud to nominate my neighbor, my friend, and my supporter, Congressman Mike ESPY of Mississippi.
Good evening. I am pleased and honored to have an award be ESPY, named after me, Mike ESPY. As you all know, to be nominated for an ESPY symbolizes individual excellence in the world of agriculture. Whether it's the meat inspector, the cheese maker, or the wheat farmer in our nation's breadbasket, it has been such an exciting year for agriculture. A little later in tonight's broadcast, we'll be taking a nostalgic look back at great moments in soybean production. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of the show.
You know, I missed the Olympics already. A lot of great moments over there. We had the two-man luge with the Menendez brothers. You know, our next guest is a comedian who turned up on screen in A Few Good Men and A Grumpy Old Men, making him the logical choice to present the ESPY for men's track and field. Please welcome Kevin Pollak, Pullman.
Thank you. Thank you both. Track and field. You know, it's a little embarrassing that track and field doesn't get more recognition during the non-Olympic years. I mean, think about it. In America, it's the sports equivalent of the Witness Protection Program, a place you can be almost completely anonymous. William Shatner could run the 1,500 meters and no one would notice. William Shatner, of course, the man who created pause acting, that's where you pause for no reason. Jogging. Jogging quickly. Lots of sinewy satin shorts dangling from my ever-svelte waist. The bell lap. Entering the bell lap. I don't want to think about the last time I was breathing this hard. Wait a minute. Maybe I do. Thank you for holding your applause till I announce the winner. The nominees for Men's Track and Field Athlete of the Year.
Linford Christie.
Christie and Payson. Linford Christie of Great Britain. 987. The world's fastest human.
Michael Johnson.
Michael Johnson. Does he have enough speed to hold up? And it's going to be Michael Johnson. He has done it.
Mike Powell.
This is the Mike Powell we saw 2 years ago, and he let it all out on the runway on that one. That was full speed run-up, and he defends his world title.
Butch Reynolds.
Great start for Butch Reynolds. Butch Reynolds told me he doesn't like indoor running, but he's a Butch Reynolds from start to finish.
And the ESPY goes to Michael Johnson.
Thank you. I'd like to first thank my coach, Clyde Hart, my agent, Baylor University, and my parents. Thanks a lot. This means a lot to me. It's my first one, and hopefully not my last. Thanks.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Michael. Doesn't Pollock do a great Shatner, huh? I remember when I was young, we used to watch Star Trek on TV. We'd always get real high before the show, and then during the opening credits, try to figure out which white dot was going to turn into the Enterprise. All right, our first musical performers initially met years ago when they were both sales clerks at Sears, and I believe that's where the Padres still buy all their players. Please. Come on, it's a Padre joke. Lighten up. You're getting whiny. Please, welcome, Salt and Pepper. Yeah.
In my world. And although most men are hoes, he flows on the down low, cause I never heard about him with another girl. But I don't sweat it because it's just pathetic. So let it get me involved in that he said, she said crowd. I know that ain't nobody perfect. I give props to those who deserve it, and believe me, y'all, he's worth it. So here's to the future, cause we got to the past. I finally found somebody that could make me laugh. You so crazy. I think I want to have your baby. With the real good rap. And when he comes home, he's relaxed with that. He always got a gift for me every time I see him. A lot of snot nose X-Ring couldn't be him. He never ran a corner line once to me yet. So I give him stuff that he never forget. He keeps me on cloud nine just like a pimp. He's not a fake wannabe, trying to be a pimp. He dresses like a dapper Don, but even in jeans, he's a godsend original, the man of my dreams. Yes, my man says he loves me. Never says he loves me not. Wanna rush me good and touch me in the right spot. The other guys that I've had, they try to play all like Mac. But every time they try to say, that's not it. But not this man, he's got the right potion. Baby, rub it down and make it smooth like lotion. He has a ritual, highway to heaven. From 7 to 7, he's got me open like 7-Eleven. And yes, it's me that he's always choosing. With him, I'm never losing. And he knows that my name is not Susan. He always has heavy conversation for the mind, which means a lot to to me, cause good men are hard to find. What a man, what a man, what a man, what a mighty good man. He's a mighty, mighty good man. What a man, what a man, what a man, what a mighty good man. Say it again now. What a man, what a man, what a man, what a mighty good man. What a man, what a man, what a man, what a mighty good man. Check him out. My man gives real love, and that's why I call him killer. He's not a wham bam, thank you ma'am, he's a thriller. He takes his time and does everything right. Knocks me out with one shot for the rest of the night. He's a real smooth brother, never in a rush. And he gives me goose pimples with every single touch. Spends quality time with his kids when he can. Secure in his manhood, cause he's a real man. A lover and a fighter, and he'll knock a knucker out. Don't take him for no sucker, cause it's not what he's about. Every time I need him, he always got my back. Never disrespectful, cause his mama taught him that. I got a good man. What a man, what a man, what a mighty good man. We give it all a good man. So all the good men in the world. Salt and Pepper, 94. The album. February, what a mighty good man. What a man, what a man, what a man, what a mighty good man.
Trailing by 3 points late in the game, Steve Young of the 49ers drops back to pass, looking for a receiver downfield. Young eludes the grasp of Saints linebacker Ricky Jackson. But whoa, he's hammered by Reggie Jones for a 9-yard loss. Is this a touchdown or not? You make the call.
There's an advanced medical procedure going on here at this clinic. It's called microsurgical hair transplantation. If you're a man or a woman suffering from a hair loss problem, now you can receive free information and find out about the medical procedures available for hair loss that may grow your own hair back. This is an actual client who's had microsurgery. This is his own real growing hair. Under the direction of a medical doctor, microsurgical hair transplantation allows us to literally transplant your own hair to other balding or thinning areas. Microsurgical hair transplantation may be the answer for you. Find out by calling for free information now.
International Hair Restoration Systems and the Florida Hair Transplant Center offer the latest medical and non-medical solutions for hair loss. Call now for free information at 1-800-645-8900.
Sports Awards will continue.
Cancer can take away all my physical abilities. It cannot touch my mind, it cannot touch my heart, and it cannot touch my soul. And those three things are going to carry on forever.
To keep Jimmy V's dream alive, send your donation to the V Foundation for Cancer Research, Post Office Box 410, Bristol, Connecticut. Don't give up. Don't ever give up.
People wonder, how far will he go? How good will he be? I'm only 22 years old. Stick around.
Introducing the all-new GMC Sonoma. We've packed everything we know into this one, Sonoma from GMC Truck.
Through 20 years as an NFL referee, Jerry Markbright has blown the whistle more times than Ralph Nader, caused more injury timeouts than Tanya Harding. In tonight's special edition of the Sunday Conversation, Andrea Kramer introduces you to the man beneath the stripes.
Delay of game, offense, 5-yard penalty, 4th down.
Jerry, how do you feel when you realize you've made a bad call?
Andrea, I've never made a bad call. Second question.
What's the toughest call you've ever had to make in an NFL game?
The toughest call is when I flubbed the toss of the coin in Super Bowl 17. Third question.
What's the most difficult aspect of officiating?
The use of the wireless microphone, Andrea.
Do you always have to talk like you're officiating?
Andrea, this is the way I talk in real life. Real life. Real life.
I'm afraid we're out of time now.
Stage manager, reset the clock to 3 minutes.
Please join us next week.
Well, it's been a great night. We'd like to thank you all for coming, and this actor made his directorial debut with a short film entitled Soul on Ice about his favorite game. His next movie is entitled Greedy Kick-Saving. Tonight's Hockey Player of the Year. Into the corner, please welcome Michael J. Fox. Michael.
Hockey is the world's fastest sport. Hi, how are you, Mom? At least the fastest sport played by any being who doesn't eat out of a feedback. Ever since I was a young Canadian, I've idolized the NHL greats, and now that I'm grown up, well, now that I'm an adult, that was for you out there. I realized I do have something in common with them after all. These aren't my real teeth either. The nominees for Hockey Player of the Year are
Wayne Gretzky, Mario Lemieux, Patrick Waugh,
Shovels it, Dolan! Can't get the shot away on the backhand.
And the ESPY goes to Mario Lemieux. Mario couldn't be here tonight because he has a game. Is he playing? But we have him anyway speaking to us from the Igloo in Pittsburgh.
Thank you very much. First of all, I'd like to thank the ESPYs for giving me the awards. I just want to thank the people that have supported me throughout my battle with cancer. I'd like to thank the Pittsburgh Penguins and my teammates for supporting me last year throughout some tough times. I also want to thank the fans, not only here in Pittsburgh, but across the National Hockey League, for all their best wishes and all their cards. I also want to thank my family and my friends, and especially my wife, Natalie, who gave me a lot of support, a lot of strength, and a lot of courage to fight through it. Thank you very much, and have a good night.
Mario. Congratulations, Mario. And you know, that Patrick Waugh is a hell of a goaltender. That kid turns away more shots than a Mormon at an Irish wake. You know, he's the Lethal Weapon cop, whose upcoming movie is called Angels in the Outfield. She's a rapper who can really take it to the hoop. To present the awards for college basketball, please welcome Danny Glover and MC Light.
So now, Danny, I play a little b-ball with the girls whenever I get a chance. What do you do? What's your sports connection?
Well, in my next movie, I play the manager of the California Angels.
Now, yeah, that's still acting, though.
Well,
what do you, you know...
Well, I enjoy watching sports on television.
Television?
Yeah, wait. And my nephew is the quarterback at the University of Hawaii, and Jerry Rice says he's got a gun for an arm. I mean, do I qualify?
Okay,
I mean,
do
I qualify? Am I right?
Definitely got it.
Thank you.
Well, check out the nominees for Women's College Basketball Player of the...
Latanya Foster.
Foster, renewed vigor and confidence. Tony Foster.
Cheryl Swoops. Val Whiting.
And the ESPY goes to Cheryl Swoops.
Thank you. I must say this is for my mom back at home. This is really a great honor for me, and I would like to thank all of my teammates back at home for helping me with all of my individual accomplishments, and my coach as well. And I would definitely like to thank God for all the many blessings He has given to me. And I would also like to thank the ESPYs for nominating me for this award. Thank you, and have a good night.
That's some kind of outfit, huh?
Hey.
Yeah.
And now the men, Danny. These guys can stick the J and hit the open man and pass the ball and do all of that wicked stuff. So now.
And they're all taller than the guys I usually work with, huh? Here are the nominees for Men's College Basketball Player of the Year.
Bobby Hurley.
Hurley has kind of orchestrated it all. An exception. Penetration. How did he know?
Hurley.
No, look, he got it up. And he'll shoot.
Jamal Mashburn.
Here comes Mashburn. He did everything but sell tickets.
The Bears get crouched. Kentucky will go over 100 for the second straight game.
Chris Webber.
Webber, it was showtime. Oh, it was showtime. Oh, my goodness. Look at this, folks. Webber with emphasis.
I want to see what they come dressed in. We're going to see what the men's basketball.
Yeah, let's see what they wear.
You see what he's wearing.
We're going to check him out. Get a little read
After
on
what
him.
Cheryl had on.
Bobby Hurley!
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks. Thanks. I'd just like to thank the ESPYs for nominating me for this award, and Duke University for giving me the opportunity to be at my best there, and my teammates and Coach K. I had a great 4 years there, and also I'd like to thank my family who are being real support for me this year. I've had a tough year, but I think I'll be back on the court soon. Thank you very much.
Really an honor to have Bobby here, and an honor to be with one of the great basketball broadcasters and insightful basketball broadcasters in the entire world, and Billy Packer.
Wait a minute now. Hey, this is not supposed to be a Dick Vitale roast. Are you kidding me? You better get a T.O., baby.
Maybe it was the hair that threw me, the similarity
Well,
in
I'll
the
tell
hair.
you one thing. I really wish I had a Jimmy Johnson do. I might make it in TV. I'd be a TV star if I had his hairdo.
I saw Jimmy backstage before the hairspray. He looked just like Don King. But size up Bobby Hurley as a player for us, Dick.
Well, you know, Bobby Hurley really epitomizes the American dream. A guy that really got maximum out of his ability in terms of, a lot of people said, can't play major college, can't play in the NBA, but he proved them all wrong because he has great work ethic and a sense of pride. Led Duke to 2 national championships in a row, the all-time leader in assists, the original 3D man. Drive, draw, and dish the rock, baby.
And a great ovation here. Coming up later on the ESPYs, Bill Murray dances in a sand trap with Dean Beeman. Also, Buddy Ryan and David Letterman.
David Letterman, wait a minute, I want to go get his autograph. David Letterman, a $14 million man. I can't believe it, baby. He's awesome.
I think your cummerbund is too tight. In fact, Richard Lewis called, wants you to relax and calm down. The ESPYs continue. Stay tuned. I know you will.
My dandruff and itch are awful. I'll try anything. Denorex tingles. Head and Shoulders doesn't.
Both have effective dandruff medicine, but Denorex has something extra that tingles.
That's why I started using Denorex. No flakes, no itch.
Denorex, the serious dandruff shampoo.
In the preseason, I don't get out much. But come spring, there's nothing more relaxing than a little walk in the park.
All men are created equal. Some just work harder in the preseason.
There are some things about America our European friends will never forget. They'll fondly remember Park Avenue Ultra's dual airbags. Its concert sound system will play in their memory. And they'll always rave about Ultra's dual zone climate control, although to varying degrees. Andre and Michelle will miss America and its national treasures. Park Avenue Ultra. From Buick, the new symbol of quality in America.
Every day, thousands of people travel to New York on business. Business on the east side, the west side, business downtown. No matter where your business takes you, take yourself to a Marriott. The Marriott East Side, the Marriott Marquis, the Marriott Financial Center. 3 unique hotels that all share the same commitment to quality and service. We'll cater to all your business needs and all your personal needs as well. Rest assured, we make it happen for you.
To play this game, you got to have the drive. You got to have the moves. You got to have the love. But most importantly...
Hey, man, you get the ball? No, I ain't got the ball. You got it? Say what?
You got to have the ball.
Somebody better bring the ball. Supposed to bring the ball?
Hey, Chumps. Want a game? The all-new Street Ball. It's a Rollings, it's only $4.99, and only at Pizza Hut. Get one, because nobody plays without the ball.
There is a voice. I know it well. It's the voice of doubt that creeps in and doesn't let go. If I've learned anything about getting stronger, getting more competitive, it's that you can listen to only one voice. The one that says, get up.
She flies into icy winds 30 feet above the ground, but she won't take chances with her lips, so she takes Chapstick Medicated, triple medicated relief to soothe, moisturize, and prevent chapped lips. Take lip care seriously. Take Chapstick.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? Would the owner of a 1973 Chevy Vega hatchback with the license plate Shaquille please move your vehicle? You are blocking the entrance to the building. Thank you.
Is that little joke over? Had to get the decoder ring out on that one. Yeah, welcome back. Cheryl Swoops Swing. Yeah. All right, he's a native New Yorker who gets tortured by Anthony Hopkins in the... We couldn't get the real guy and went to the miniature with our limited effects budget, but I do want to tell you that the little troll doll we use has a bigger brain than the actual guy, okay? You know, if you're out there watching tonight, pal, you really want to impress me when you airdrop into your next fight, don't open the chute, all right? I'll give it up for that. Okay, he's A native New Yorker who gets tortured by Anthony Hopkins in the upcoming film The Road to Wellville. She's the L.A. Story goddess who stars in the new movie Miami opposite Antonio Banderas. I guess Ronnie Cycli wasn't available. Here are Matthew Broderick and Sarah Jessica Parker. Hey.
The ESPY for Breakthrough Athlete is given to a man or a woman who made his or her first big impact in the sports world in the last year or so.
I don't get it. What do these people break through exactly? A tennis net? A checkered flag? An emotional block?
These talented athletes, aided by their burgeoning skills, broke through the miasma of sports news clutter and into the very cortex of our collective consciousness.
Oh.
And also, they won a lot. Here are the nominees.
Mike Piazza.
Well, there's your defensive play of the game. Mike Piazza, 29 home runs, the most ever.
Mary Pierce. Paul Tracy.
Paul Tracy with about miles to go.
24 years old. The day belongs to Paul Tracy.
It's me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. And the ESPY goes to?
Mike Piazza.
First off, I'd like to thank my family for their support. I love you very much. I'd also like to thank the Dodgers for giving me the opportunity. Without them, obviously I wouldn't be here tonight. Also like to thank ESPN for their support of Major League Baseball. And thank you, and see you all out at Shea this summer. Thank you.
Piazza's a man, huh? To present the award for Best Boxer, we have two people who look good in bathing suits and like to lead with their right jab. From Baywatch, Nicole Eggert, and from the Phoenix Cardinals, Buddy Ryan.
Buddy, congratulations on your new job with the Cardinals. You must be very excited.
Well, you got that right. We're going to put the D back in defense for Mr. Bidwell.
But, Buddy, do you think that Chuck Cecil could still be a force in a modified 46 set that stresses strong side rotation from the safeties and full-bore run support from the corners, depending on their reads?
Whatever, so long as somebody gets their bell rung, I don't really care.
Okay, well, speaking of pain, let's look at the nominees for Boxer of the Year.
Riddick Bowe.
Riddick Bowe, the heavyweight championship on the line. Banging away. Riddick Bowe lands some right right after Evander Holyfield.
Evander Holyfield.
Now it's Holyfield trying to take it back. Beautiful combination by Holyfield. The winner by majority decision.
Pernell Whitaker.
Champion at 135 pounds. Champion at 140.
Brand new WBC World Champion, Pernell Sweet Pea Whitaker.
And the winner by knockout, Evander Holyfield.
First of all, I like to thank Christ, and I like to thank my family, and I like to thank my coaches and everybody that supported me through this last fight. Realized that it was hard, but that's the reason I thank Christ for giving me the strength to endure the test. Thank you very much.
Buddy Ryan gets Nicole Egger, and I get you.
Well, you got a better right hand than he does, but only slightly.
Evander Holyfield, a true gentleman, taking home the Boxer ESPY.
A real humanitarian. Well, there is some other news. Boxing promoters Dan Duva, Don King, and Bob Arum announced today that after their deaths, they're going to donate their hearts to the Harvard Medical School. Professors hope to use the school's electron microscope and particle collider to see if any such hearts actually exist.
In other boxing news, actress Shannon Doherty announced that she and her husband are breaking up after 5 months of marriage. Doherty, however, will retain custody of the speed bag and her corner man.
Michael Keaton presents the Baseball Award, and Bill Cosby as the ESPYs continue in just a moment.
With 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th inning and the score tied 3-3, hurler David Cohn delivers a 94-mile-an-hour fastball. And whoa, he beams Cleveland's Alvaro Espinosa. At the same time, halfway across the country, a teacher named Dorothy Espinosa gets a piercing pain in her head. Is it just a coincidence? You make the call.
If hair loss is affecting the way you feel about yourself, then do something about it. It always looks good, really. And it doesn't matter if it's wet or dry. It's my hair. No more bald spots to cover. It's great. It really is. Looks just the way it did before I started losing it. And no matter how close you get, you can't tell. I mean, it looks like it's growing right out of my head, doesn't it?
My advice to anyone that's thinking of making the change to do something about their hair loss is go for it. The process is really reliable when it comes to water sports. Haven't had any trouble with it at all.
The best part is I can do anything I want, all the things I used to do, because it's my hair.
For free information, call IHRS and the Florida Hair Transplant Centers. Call the toll-free number now.
Go ahead, take that first step. I did.
The 1994 American Sports Awards will continue.
Let's see. Excellent Tuesday. Day after Monday, Tuesday. Not too bad Tuesday. Super Tuesday! Yes! You bet!
A king may be full of riches. A Bruin may get full on fishes, but no one ever gets full of hockey. The Los Angeles Kings versus the Boston Bruins, Thursday at 7:30, NHL on ESPN2.
To play this game, you got to have the drive. You got to have the moves. You got to have the love. But most importantly...
Hey, man, you get the ball? No, I ain't got the ball. You got it? Say what?
You got to have the ball.
Somebody better bring the ball. Bring the ball.
Hey, Chumps. Want a game?
The all-new street ball. It's a Rollins, it's only $4.99, and only at Pizza Hut. Get one, because nobody plays without the ball.
If you'd like to see yourself in a new car or truck, check out this little number. Call now to apply for the GM MasterCard, and you could actually lower the price of a new GM vehicle. With the GM card, you earn 5% on everything you buy, up to $3,500 toward the purchase or lease of a new GM car or truck, and you pay no annual fee. Call 1-800-8-GM-CARD. With all its features, no other credit card can keep pace with the GM MasterCard, today's financial vehicle.
The year is 1980. The ESPY for Best Hockey Performance goes to the brash, young U.S. Olympic hockey team, who pull off the miracle on ice, beating the Russians 4-3 in Lake Placid. Or did they? Outside the Lines has uncovered shocking new evidence someone may have meddled with that victory en route to the gold. Hockey maven Stan Fischler.
The American kids were getting pounded. That Russian Kruta
even flipped one in around his back, and that made it about 10-something. And this game was making me sick. That and the 8 Frescas that I had drunk before. So I picked myself up, and I went to the little goalie's room. Well, Roone Arledge walks in, and he sits down in a stall right next to mine. But he doesn't know that I'm there, see? And he starts talking to himself out loud. And he says, if this blowout is my lead-in to Nightline, my buddy Koppel is ruined.
We located a key member of that team. He spoke to Outside the Lines only on the condition we guaranteed his anonymity. Team captain Mike Eruzione.
So after the 15th goal, Mark Johnson and I had enough. So we head over to the Placid Pub. We're going to have a few beers. And we're just kind of sitting there. And then all of a sudden, this guy in a PA in a blue blazer comes over and he says, Eruzione. I said, yeah. And he said, how would you like to score the greatest goal in Olympic history? So I looked at him and I said, yeah, get me some bear nuts, because I love bear nuts.
With members of the 4-man bobsled teams donning the Soviet uniforms, Arledge took Eruzione to a now-abandoned arena. That's where Mike fired the slap shot that would be spliced into the videotape of the real game. Former Nick Ballboy, Marv Albert.
Years later, I was ice fishing in Wisconsin with Roone. He turns to me like he wants to get something off his chest. And he says, Marv, let's say you had a friend who was a powerful TV sports executive. We'll call him Boone. And Boone faked the greatest Olympic hockey victory ever for a few lousy rating points. Would you still be his pal? And you know, to this day, I still have no idea what the hell the guy was talking about or who this Boone guy is.
The preponderance of evidence is incontrovertible. It is unassailable. And earlier this year, they did the right thing. They took back the ESPY for Best Hockey Performance, took it away from the U.S. team, and presented it to its rightful owners, the 1980 team from the Soviet Union. For Outside the Lines, I'm Bob Lee.
Nicole Eggert, huh? Oh. Buddy Ryan hasn't had a Woody like that since he punched Gilbride, you know? I've been sitting on that like Bob Foster with that left on Mike Quarry. You know, since winning his 2nd consecutive Super Bowl, this coach has generated interest from the Carolina Panthers, the Jacksonville Jaguars, and the New Jersey Goodfellas. But what he really wants to do is direct. To present the College Football Player of the Year award, please welcome the shiny one, Jimmy Johnson.
Well, back in my days as a college coach, I'd stop at nothing to recruit a blue chipper, provided it was within the rules. There was this one young player that we really wanted there at Miami, and I wrote him letters, I called his parents, I visited him, I did everything. I said, what's it going to take for me to get you to Miami? He said, Coach, I want to touch your hair. As you know, and as Emmett knows, very few people touch my hair. Well, Rhonda, my girlfriend, she knows I let her occasionally. Well, I let him touch my hair. 5 minutes later, Michael Irvin was a Miami Hurricane. Anyway, these guys can touch my hair anytime.
Marshall Falk.
Marshall Falk takes it in.
Here is what many call the best back in America.
Marshall Falk to the left side. Touchdown. And he's got some room and...
Heath Schuler.
Up top, man open. Schuler looks left, finds Fleming. Touchdown.
Charlie Ward.
Inside the 10.
The ESPY goes to that Florida State Seminole, Charlie Ward.
Coach Johnson, I don't have enough money to touch your hair, so I'm not going to touch your hair. But first, I'd like to thank the Lord for all he's done, the strength and the athletic ability that he's given me. And also, I'd like to thank Florida State, Coach Bob, Coach Rick, and also my family for all the support that they've given me, the ESPY for this award, and also my girlfriend who took time out from law school to come and be with me today. And these things, everything. May God bless. Amen.
Yeah. That was sweet, huh? Where's his girlfriend? That was sweet, wasn't it? Huh? You aren't going to be striking that Heisman pose tonight, are you, huh? You know... When I think of sports comedy, I think of Abbott and Costello's Who's on First, Bill Cosby's The Coin Toss, and, of course, the 72 Philadelphia 76ers. Here, with his unique brand of sports humor, please welcome the star of NBC's The Good Life, John Campanera. Johnny.
Hi, everybody. How are you? Having fun? Well, I'll fix that. No, enjoy yourself. That's what it's all about. An award show that honors great sports accomplishments. You know, I think there are some accomplishments in sports that are so phenomenal, you have to question the credibility. You know, Wilt Chamberlain, for instance, scored 100 points in a basketball game with him. 100 points, think about that. Who was guarding this guy? Gary Coleman? It was 100 points. Webster? Imagine the rest of his teammates. Hey, Wilt, I'm open. Ever think about passing the ball once in a while, Hog? Cy Young won 511 games pitching. You know how hard this is to do? You have to average 25 wins a year, 20 years in a row. It's impossible. What the hell were they counting as a win back then? He goes to a carnival, knocks over a couple bottles. That's a win, Cy. Count it, buddy. It's in the record book. I mean... It had to be recorded on the honor system. Hey, did you pitch last week, Si? Yeah, I won 10 games. I pitched a couple doubleheaders. Cumberland College lost to Georgia Tech one time, 222-0. The worst defeat ever. Can you imagine a losing coach at halftime? What could he have possibly have said to these kids? All right, we're not out of it yet. It's only 110-0. Couple, 2, 3, 16 more touchdowns. We're back in it. We got to get back to fundamentals. Tommy, you got to stop punting on first down. You got 4 downs to work. Billy, when you center the ball, you hike it backwards. Backwards, backwards, backwards. Now, we're still ahead with the bookies. They're giving us 200. If we could just hold them. Meanwhile, in the other locker room, the coach is going, all right, who hasn't scored yet? Anybody? Kathy, grab your brother's helmet. You're going in. I grew up listening to a sports announcer by the name of Harry Carey. Did you ever hear this guy? He's legendary. He's in the Hall of Fame. He appears drunk by the 3rd inning of the game. But you can tell he starts giving scores from around the league. Hi! We got a shutout brewing in from Milwaukee. The under 7, the Indians 5, the Packers 2. I could sure use another bud, Steve. I'm not totally hammered enough as it is. He's amazing. You never know what's going to come out of his mouth. I'm watching him one day, and out of nowhere, he goes, hi! Check out the kid with the sombrero. That's a good-looking youngster, huh? What the hell was that all about? Don't forget Friday night's midget night here at Wrigley. Anybody accompanying a legal midget gets in free. And let's refrain from what the kids were doing last year, tossing the little guys over the wall to let their buddies on. Remember, only one midget per customer. The game is incidental to the story he's telling. You know, Steve, I was on Rush Street last night, getting totally inebriated. I closed the one bar. I went across the street, had a taco at that greasy spoon. Oh, there's a triple play. Anyway, I had too many jalapeno peppers. I got indigestion, you know. Oh, that's a fastball off Sandberg's head, both benches empty. So, I'm looking for the Pepto-Bismol. He's on a stretcher. I think he's dead. Finally, I get a hold of some Kaopectate. He's more concerned what celebrity showed up. Hi! He scares himself. Hi! I'd be remiss if I didn't mention Charlie Manson's here today with a group of 50 from Joliet State Prison. It's parole day here at Wrigley. There's a grand slam. You know, I was in jail one time. This big Samoan wanted to tie me up and spank me. That's a no-hitter. I wanted him to do it because I'm a butt man and a Cub fan. Holy cow. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you.
The ESPYs are brought to you by Pizza Hut, to remind you that any time's a great time to stop and smell the pizza. And by Advil, in tablets or caplets. Advil, advanced medicine for pain.
My dandruff and itch are awful. I'll try anything. Denorex tingles. Head and Shoulders doesn't.
Both have effective dandruff medicine, but Denorex has something extra that tingles.
That's why I started using Denorex. No flakes, no itch.
Denorex, the serious dandruff shampoo.
To play this game, you got to have the drive. You got to have the moves. You got to have the love. But most importantly...
Hey, man, you got the ball? No, I ain't got the ball. You got it? Say what?
You got to have the ball.
Somebody better bring the ball. Supposed to bring the ball?
Hey, Chumps. Want a game?
The all-new Street Ball. It's a Rollings. It's only $4.99 and only at Pizza Hut. Get one, because nobody plays without the ball.
We'd like to show you our new Achieva Special Edition. Well, for starters, it's got an airbag, four-wheel anti-lock brakes, air conditioning, automatic transmission, AM/FM stereo, power door locks. Sure, but that's where the really special part comes in. It's your money.
People wonder, how far will he go? How good will he be? I'm only 22 years old. Stick around.
Most people would jump at the chance. 10 days in South America. This was business, and I was 5,000 miles from home, trying to keep my bearings, trying to negotiate, sometimes just trying to communicate, all the while hoping to pull this whole thing off so I could head back. Yeah, I'm going to be another day. You know, it's funny, being away so long. When you come across something familiar,
Going home, Mr. Reynolds?
it can be a pretty welcome sight. I'm halfway there.
What do you smell?
I can't smell anything. My nose is clogged, yeah.
For fast relief, try Dristan 12-hour nasal spray. Now smell.
It's an orange. Dristan nasal spray just works incredibly fast.
Dristan, the face of relief today.
Just grooving to the tunes. It's a looser, funkier Shamu at SeaWorld this year. You know, to present the ESPY for the Baseball Player of the Year is a man who not only loves the game, but also has shown that he can handle the bat as well as anyone. Please welcome Michael Keaton. Mike.
Dennis Miller, little known fact, winner of the Cecil ESPY Award last year. And going with that Jeremiah Johnson look, which I like. It's great to be here in New York, great to be here at the awards. It's one of the great things about New York are the bookstores. I was cruising some of the bookstores today and found a great deal, a $50 book marked down to, I think, $2.79. It was a comprehensive history of the 19th century Flemish painters with a foreword by Bug Powell. The Bugman. I remember my first baseball game in Pittsburgh was a special night. It was D student night. An inordinate amount of kids being struck in the head with a ball that night. Mean, really. Anyway, Pittsburgh was a great town for baseball, especially a young baseball fan like me. I remember the Mazeroski homer, Willie Pop Stargell, and of course, the greatest ever, Roberto Clemente, Bob Prince, the gunner. You know, I don't know if it was the steel mills or what it was, but the town really produced some very, very notoriously tough ball players. And you know how when you are when you're a kid, there's always one guy you look up to, and I'll never forget this one guy. He was just mean, extremely mean and nasty and a scary son of a bitch, really. One afternoon, he put a couple of shortstops into the hospital, spike wounds to the neck. I watched him grab the bat boy and kind of shove a knuckle up his little nostril, you know, and then he spit on him. He was a mean guy, a guy they called Mr., and I followed that guy faithfully and lost track of him, and kind of always wonder what happened to that man, a man they called Fred Rogers. Well, wherever he is, I'm sure he's raising hell. Here are the nominees for the Baseball Player of the Year.
Barry Bonds.
Line drive left field. Bonds coming and dive ahead. The Giants take the lead.
Lenny Dykstra.
Dykstra dive. He caught it. Home run. Lenny Dykstra.
And that's another hole in the ozone.
Paul Molitor.
Upper deck. Goodbye. Home run. Paul Molitor. Oh, it's gone. Paul Molitor.
Frank Thomas.
To right field. Cut off by Thomas. A fine play. And this is another mammoth home run by big Frank Thomas. What a shot by Frank Thomas.
And the ESPY goes to a friend and a future Hall of Famer, Barry Bonds.
First of all, I want to thank and praise God for this glory. It's an honor just being here with so many great athletes, and you're only as good as your supporting cast, and thank you, San Francisco. Thank you.
Kind of surprised Anthony Young wasn't up for Player of the Year, huh? This guy loses more games than a farm kid at a video arcade. Last year, the ESPYs created a special award to honor a sports figure whose greatest battle was taking place outside the field of play. As part of that commitment, a portion of the proceeds from the American Sports Awards will benefit the V Foundation. Now to introduce this year's award, please welcome Bill Cosby. Cos.
The sign is too far away. I can't read those words. They're for younger people. We talk about bravery and courage. Never been a fan of bravery. I know many people admire those who possess a certain recklessness of spirit, but not me. The way I look at it, penguins are brave. Courage, on the other hand, means fighting, not just with your heart, but with your mind, your intelligence. No one exemplified courage more than Arthur Ashe. From the struggle to integrate the dirt courts in his native Richmond to his center court showdown at Wimbledon to win the championship. And finally, his fight against AIDS. Arthur Ashe approached every challenge as a mental exercise, a challenge to conquer his opponent by outthinking. Last year, Jim Valvano accepted this award and showed us, as only V could, that cancer could not destroy his courage or his passion for life. And tonight we honor their memories by bestowing the Arthur Ashe Courage Award on another unique individual, a man who has used both his head and his heart to make an amazing recovery from a devastating injury. American League umpire Steve Palermo.
I've been a baseball fan all my life. And I have a special interest now because our son has been the managing owner of the Texas Rangers. And there are a lot of baseball heroes out there that the Bush family respects. And tonight I'm proud to pay tribute to one of those heroes, Steve Palermo. Regarded by players and peers as one of the best umpires in baseball. We know now that he was shot on July 7th, 1991. Why? Because he was coming to the aid of two women who were being assaulted. Doctors told him, well, you're not going to walk again. But Steve responded to adversity with grit and determination, good humor. And his progress through the 3 years of his recovery has really been nothing short of phenomenal. His battle to walk again, that should be an inspiration to every American. Obviously, my baseball days are over. But I look forward to seeing Steve behind the plate once more, calling him as he sees him. And I'm delighted to join with all of you in honoring a true baseball hero, Steve Palermo.
Steve Palermo behind home plate. One of the best in the business.
I became a baseball umpire, I think, through sheer luck and chance.
This is one of the many celebrated arguments that I did have with Earl throughout the course of his career and mine.
I think my mom and dad thought that it was more or less a lark, that I just tried this as a young kid talking. Got Don Sutton his 300th win, Nolan Ryan 5,000 strikeouts, future Hall of Famer, Carlton Fisk. I just felt it was a good way to try and make some money during the course of the summer months. Second game in the big leagues, still play at second base. Great catcher from the New York Yankees, Thurman Munson. And so my folks took me out to the Little League field, and I just started umpiring my first Little League game right then and there. Done something for 22 years, and it's not a job. It's more of a love.
American League umpire Steve Palermo was shot early this morning while attempting to catch a group of robbery suspects.
I remember Jimmy Upton leaning over me. I said to him, I said, Jimmy, if I die, you make sure that you tell Debbie that I love her. We were in the planning stages of having a family. Just, we had talked about it after we got married, and then 5 months after we got married, I was shot. I don't feel any more courageous than I did before the shooting. I don't think that it's anything special of what we did. We were just doing things that a normal, decent human being would go out and do.
And I
will walk again. And I will umpire again. And you can make book on it. Rehab is such a soothing word. It really should be called hell. You reach a level of pain that you probably didn't think that your body could ever go through. But you break that threshold, and you go on from there. Why? Because you want to go beyond that barrier. And that's another obstacle that you cleared on the path of total rehabilitation.
And ladies and gentlemen, at this time, all of Major League Baseball, welcome umpire Steve Palermo to Arlington Stadium.
I went out to accept the lineup cards in Arlington in October of 1991. You were happy to be there, but you were sad because you couldn't stay there. And I think that's what bothered me more than anything else. I wasn't physically capable of umpiring a game for 9 innings, and that hurt. And that's always a constant reminder that I want back out on that baseball field with that uniform on. For me, to throw that first ball out in the World Series in 1991 felt strange. I should have been on the other side of home plate. I want to umpire again because I missed the action. This is where I belong. This is where I feel the most comfortable, is back down on this field again. There's no doubt in my mind. I'll be back. And I know that I will definitely get booed at some point in time when I come back. And that'll be the nicest sound. It'll be like piano music. It'll be beautiful to hear that booing in the stands again.
Forward to that, yeah. Make sure it's Philadelphia, you get a good deal. You got a deal. Well, that's how it's finished out there. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for the booze. Joe Garagiola quipped not too long ago, and this is, believe me, I want to taint it. Sorry, I don't like this, but he said that most Italians that he knows when they get shot, they end up in prison. And I seem to be getting all the awards. You can't figure that one quite out yet. What's right with that? I am honored, as Bill said, and Arthur so eloquently puts in his book, Days of Grace. He handled everything, both on and off the tennis court, with grace. He's a powerful human being. Changed a lot of lives, and they were all for the better. What we did that evening in Dallas, hopefully, Arthur would approve of, because it was out of respect what we did that evening. Respect for those two women. Nobody has the right to play God with a gun. They don't have the right to wave that pistol, to hurt, maim, paralyze, or to take somebody's life. No. No. And it's with that respect. I was watching a football game
during the playoffs, talked about Coach Johnson not having the respect or respect for the Green Bay Packers. That's why you went for it on 4th down, Coach. Now, it wasn't a lack of respect to the Green Bay Packers that Coach Johnson went for it on 4th down. He went for it on 4th down because he respected his team. He was showing that respect to his ball club. That's who he's concerned with. He doesn't want to rub it in the nose of his opponent. He wants to build confidence. And he does it by respect. And he commands it. He does not demand it. And he challenged those people on that 4th down play. Bad call, Jimmy. Didn't make it, did they? But he held them to 3 points. The defense held 3 points. Respect. He had enough respect in his team. Well, that's what we had that evening, was the respect for those people's lives. I am looking forward. This guy tells me 30 seconds like he told Jimmy V last year. He's going to be in big trouble because Jimmy V said he would be back here this year. Jimmy V has not left the building. He is with us. I expect to be back, and as you saw in this video, Bill has invited me to work in Philadelphia. He thinks I'm a novice at baseball. He does. I have a very good knowledge of the National League also, Bill, and you know, they throw snowballs at Santa Claus there. No way. Not going to happen. The main reason why I want to get back, and I want to hear the boos again. Believe me, that will be the applause. I haven't won an argument with my wife for the past 2.5 years. That's not any fun. I mean, I've got some control, and we eject them, and we write up a I'm old for the decade so far, and I don't like it. I want to get back on that field where I can win an argument. I will win this argument, too. I have won it because of your support. And I draw a great deal of inspiration from you. And I thank you for the cards and the letters. They work. God is listening. He's healing me. I'll be back. You get ready to boo. Thank you very, very much.
What do you want? You want both of them and I'll take the trophy?
Sure. Okay. Thank you, Bill.
Hey. Thank you. Enjoy. We got to stay here a couple of minutes. Okay.
There's an advanced medical procedure going on here at this clinic. It's called microsurgical hair transplantation. If you're a man or a woman suffering from a hair loss problem, now you can receive free information and find out about the medical procedures available for hair loss that may grow your own hair back. This is an actual client who's had microsurgery. This is his own real growing hair. Under the direction of a medical doctor, microsurgical hair transplantation allows us to literally transplant your own hair to other balding or thinning areas. Microsurgical hair transplantation may be the answer for you. Find out by calling for free information now.
International Hair Restoration Systems and the Florida Hair Transplant Center offer the latest medical and non-medical solutions for hair loss. Call now for free information at 1-800-645-8900.
Sports Awards will continue.
I love sports. I always loved the game. You can't play the game unless you have an imagination. That's a Bobby Knight quote. In this film, I liked the coach's bench. Yeah, I liked that position. I just got a perspective I never had. Hardaway, I want you to get the ball and just yell, Matt, you get the ball. You know, you just toss the ball up. Ball goes in the hoop. Ball goes in the hoop. Right? That's what's supposed to do? Yeah.
My dandruff and itch are awful. I'll try anything. Denorex tingles. Head and Shoulders doesn't.
Both have effective dandruff medicine, but Denorex has something extra that tingles.
That's why I started using Denorex. No flakes, no itch.
Denorex, the serious dandruff shampoo.
To play this game, you got to have the drive. You got to have the moves. You got to have the love. But most importantly...
Hey, man, you get the ball? No, I ain't got the ball. You got it? Say what?
No, you got to have the ball.
Somebody better bring the ball. Supposed to bring the ball?
Hey, Chumps. Want a game?
The all-new Street Ball. It's a Rawlings, it's only $4.99, and only at Pizza Hut. Get one, because nobody plays without the ball.
Recently, I switched pain relievers from Tylenol to Advil. You see, I got these really pounding headaches. I found 2 Advil worked better than 2 Tylenol gel caps. For my tough headaches, Advil just works better. Advil, advanced medicine for pain.
This Hall of Famer is one of the greatest pitchers the game has ever known and one of its greatest enigmas. Now, after nearly 2 decades of refusing to talk to the media, Steve Carlton has finally decided to break his silence and tell his story. Unfortunately, he's doing it with Joe Theismann in this very special edition of the Sunday Conversation.
I got to be honest with you, Lefty. If I'm Steve Carlton, I got to be thinking to myself, hey, I'm a first ballot Hall of Famer, despite the fact that I haven't talked to the media in 20 years. Now, here you are, for the first time in almost 2 decades, going to have an opportunity to tell people all about the Steve Carlton that everybody wondered about. That's got to make you feel pretty unusual, doesn't it?
Well, Joe...
Now, I really think that the trip to Japan was the turning point for you. Here you are, you go over there, an above-average player, and you've got this unhittable pitch. Sadaharu Oh, great baseball player that he was, sit him down like nothing. You got to be thinking to yourself, I got something special here. I just got to get this thing in the strike zone, and I can make some hay.
In fact, Joe,
You know, Steve, then in 1972, you win 27 games for a Philadelphia Philly team that, quite frankly, between you and me, just was not a very good ball club. I mean, come on. They finished 37.5 games out of first place. You got to be wondering, what's going on with this team? Then you start looking at, well, what franchise, from a franchise standpoint, they're going to make some institutional changes. And where do you look on this ball club? What are the areas you want to look on this ball club? I mean, I think you got to look at first base. First base, to me, you got no production out of it whatsoever. It winds up hitting 260 as a part of it.
Chance to clear my conscience all these years. Something inside me crying out, wanting to talk, and then you run into Theismann. He's in love with himself. How do you ever get a job? It's almost in the hole.
260.
I may go another 20 years and never talk to anybody.
All these years, you haven't given anybody an interview, and you decided to give one to me. I am absolutely honored and thrilled. Thanks.
Theismann, my butt. Jeez.
Ladies and gentlemen, the king of the nickname, Chris Ethel Berman. Chris.
Boy, another ESPYs, huh? Unbelievable. We changed the set a little bit this year. Hope you like this look at the 21st century Caligula. And I think that's the world's largest bird bath. What do we think? Yes? Yay? Nay? The spirit here at these ESPYs, I mean, we pulled it off yet another year. Another ESPYs has come and soon will be gone. I mean, I haven't felt the spirit in this room since the 1927 ESPYs. You remember those ESPYs? Glenn Miller, I think, hosted. The Babe was up at selecting the biggest award of the year, and Babe just did this. He was pointing to the bar that was open latest afterwards. Of course, these 1927 ESPYs, last year's ESPYs, this year's ESPYs can all be seen next year on our new venture, ESPN 8, which will be the award show station. Every day there'll be another award show. I don't know, it's interactive television. At any rate, in addition to the ESPYs you've already seen awarded tonight, our millions of viewers, you all, have spent the last few weeks telling us the players, the plays you think are worthy of commemoration. So if the guys you vote for didn't win, it's your fault. Let's roll the winners of this year's Viewers' Choice Awards. Here comes Van Slyke. They're sending Maddox to throw home. In baseball, the award goes to the Braves' Greg Appomattox. He sure impressed the announcer, whoever that was.
Oh, my goodness, he's safe!
In hockey, Wayne Gretzky has long been the great one. Watch him show his left-handed baseball swing.
And up in the air, Gretzky scores! What a shot by Wayne Gretzky!
College basketball, 2 seconds to go. Big country Brian Reeves and Oklahoma State trail Missouri by 3 until... Our showstopper of the year, a real uplifter for everybody. The Yankees' Jim Hay Abbott, one batter away from offering a no-hitter against the Indians.
And the ground ball is short. Velarde, he did it. He did it. No-hitter for Jim Abbott.
In the NBA, Blitz John starts with the emphatic slam over Michael and the Bulls in the playoffs. The Garden roof nearly caved in.
In the NFL, Cleveland's Eric Metcalf single-handedly beat Pittsburgh with 2 punt returns for touchdowns in the same game. On this one, he avoided not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, but he avoided 7 would-be tacklers. Outrageous play of the year, again. There will be an answer. Leon just couldn't let it be.
Touch the ball. It could be a touchdown. Who is haunted by a Super Bowl misplay.
Not Leon Lett.
In college football, a Division III classic. The Beloit Buccaneers against the Lawrence Welks. A 1 and a 2 and a 3. They let the punt roll until Beloit's Iron Mike Breckler scoops it up. Gets some blocks. Heads downfield and look at him go. He could go all the way with the dive for the touchdown. In entertainment, Charles Barkley on Saturday Night Live posting up the Purple People Eater.
It'd be fun to have a rematch.
Next up, a Western Pennsylvania boy and one tough son of a bitch. Please welcome Jim Kelly. Jim.
Hey, I'm going to Euro Disney. I wonder if Nancy Kerrigan would go with me. Oh, sorry, Troy. Sorry, I'm sorry. With these 4 nominees for Coach or Manager of the Year, we try to answer the question, what's the greatest accomplishment? Winning your first championship, leading your team to a repeat championship, or getting an arena named after you while you're still alive? Let's take a look at the nominees.
Bobby Bowden.
And he hooked and left. Florida State wins. 64 years young. Bobby Bowden is in position for a national championship.
Cito Gaston.
Cito Gaston, he made it all come out on the bottom line with a World Series championship here tonight.
Jimmy Johnson.
How about this, Cowboys?
In a rear end, and we're going to the Super Bowl.
Cowboys are the champions.
Dean Smith.
Final score, North Carolina 78, Kansas 68.
And the ESPY goes to former Miami Hurricane, a good friend, good coach, Jimmy Johnson.
Thank you, Jim, in more ways than one. Yeah, a lot of people say that, like a lot of people in my position, I live my life to the extreme, one way or another, and I think a lot of athletes do that. I think a lot of coaches do that. But I'd like to think that I live it in a way that people that are being honored with the award either live their lives or are living it right now. You know, I never knew Arthur Ashe, but he had to be someone absolutely fantastic. When you look at what Steve Palermo's going through, you see the passion, the real passion for living. A year ago, Dick Vitale, you and I, we were up there when Jim walked off of this stage and gave a hug. He had a passion for living. He had a passion for people. And I know that I'm accepting an award for Coach/Manager of the Year. But more than that award, I just want to say that when my day comes, I'd like for people to say he had a passion for living. Because I do have a passion for the Emmett Smiths and the Troy Aikmans and the Michael Irvins and not just the great players, the people that you deal with on a day-to-day basis. We don't ever live our lives right down the middle. We're either here or we're there. And let me just say to all of you, thank you. Thank you to the ESPYs, because they gave me an opportunity to meet people like Dennis Miller and Bill Cosby, and they live their lives with passion. Fantastic. Thank all of you.
Some stirring comments from Jimmy.
Really?
Tough for Jim Kelly, though. Cold winter in Buffalo once again. Cold all over. In fact, cold in New York today, Robin. So cold that agents actually had their hands in their own pockets.
Wow, that's true.
But Jim Kelly must be tired of handing things over to Jimmy Johnson.
You think so? Well, he probably is. You know, it's tough to beat a team with a quarterback like Troy Aikman, who happens to be the subject of tonight's Inside the Numbers. Earlier this year, Aikman signed a contract with the Cowboys for $50 million. Now, to give you an idea just how much money that is, if you spent $10 million a day, it would take you 5 full days to use it all up.
Oh.
Duh, or is it da-da-da?
No, you can back up salt and pepper with that.
Oh, thank you.
You know, Aikman got an invitation from President Clinton to have lunch at the White House. All Jim Kelly got was a phone call from Ross Perot telling him to meet him at the Taco Bell.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it.
All right. Well, did you know that our video of the year, that slam by John Starks against the Chicago Bulls, that was something else.
Yeah, and you know, Jordan, too, after basketball and baseball, he thought about taking up figure skating, but thought it was too violent.
Ouch, babe. Well, stay with us. We've got a lot here on the ESPYs. We've got David Letterman coming up. We've got Joe Pesci coming up. And we've also got a little bit later a new sport of synchronized basketball. We've got it all here on the ESPYs, so stay with us, everyone.
The ESPYs are brought to you by Advil, in tablets or caplets. Advil, advanced medicine for pain. And by Pizza Hut, who reminds you that any time's a great time to stop and smell the pizza.
In the preseason, I don't get out much. But come spring, there's nothing more relaxing
than a little walk in the park.
All men are created equal. Some just work harder in the preseason.
Meet Greg and Nancy Wagner. They love to cut loose.
Hey, come on.
Obviously, they got themselves a hot, fun-to-drive car.
We got a Pontiac Grand Am.
Exactly. A powerful new V6, sports suspension, a real blast.
Hey, the Grand Am also makes a lot of sense. Solid, got an airbag and anti-lock brakes, standard.
Lots of room for the family.
For thousands less than a quarter Camry.
So that fun Grand Am was also the smart car to buy? Can you beat that?
Nope.
We are driving excitement, Pontiac.
To play this game, you got to have the drive. You got to have the moves. You got to have the love. But most importantly...
Hey, man, you got the ball? No, I ain't got the ball. You got it? Say what?
You got to have the ball.
Somebody better bring the ball. Bring the ball.
Hey, Chumps. Want a game?
The all-new street ball. It's a Rawlings, it's only $4.99, and only at Pizza Hut. Get one, because nobody plays without the ball.
The first time I switched pain relievers, it was from aspirin to Tylenol. Then recently, I switched again, from Tylenol acetaminophen to Advil. You see, I got these really pounding headaches, and I found Tylenol didn't always get rid of all the pain. So I tried Advil and found that for my really tough headaches, 2 Advil worked better than 2 extra-strength Tylenol tablets, better than Tylenol gel caps. For my tough headaches, Advil just works better.
And for a cold, try Advil Cold and Sinus, advanced formula for the cold season.
Every day, thousands of people travel to New York on business. Business on the east side, the west side, business downtown. No matter where your business takes you, take yourself to a Marriott. The Marriott East Side, the Marriott Marquis, the Marriott Financial Center. 3 unique hotels that all share the same commitment to quality and service. We'll cater to all your business needs and all your personal needs as well. Rest assured, we make it happen for you.
So, Eric, you can pass, you can skate, you can hit, you can score. Is there anything you can't do?
Yodel?
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. So, Jimmy Johnson knows I live my life passionately. Gonna have to start closing those levelers at night, huh? Little as you realize, I'm munching Prozac like Tic Tacs, you know? Our next musical performer is a country artist who began his career singing in a band with his mother and father. Kind of a Todd Marinovich deal. Please welcome John Michael Montgomery. John.
Waiting all week for Saturday night. Going out to neon headphone, punch the clock on party town. Jamming this old pickup across the county line. Ain't it good to be Till the boys in the band play it hot, make it smoke. We came here to dance, kick it up, give that country girl the world. My pretty blues, the blues. When they turn those guitars low, kick it up, kick it up.
Yeah, thank you. Is that it? Is that it? Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Yeah, another hand. Thank you. Salt and pepper were digging that, weren't you? The boys in the wood. You know, I just checked the game clock. Got a little Altamont thing happening there where we have to play catch up, so we're going into the ESPY 2-minute drill. Winners, please be sure you get out of bounds so we don't have to burn another TO. Take it.
Comeback athlete, Mario Lemieux.
Mario Lemieux, 66 for the Pittsburgh Penguins. Mario has missed 23 games undergoing treatment for hot shoulder. Lemieux comes in, shoots and scores! Mario Lemieux!
Men's golf, Nick Price.
Oh, what a wonderful golf shot. Oh, that's brilliant. Done. Brilliant.
Women's tennis, Steffi Graf.
Steffi will get it. Oh!
She's become again the #1 player in the world.
Big forehand.
Men's tennis, Pete Sampras.
#1 seed, Pete Sampras.
Jockey, Mike Smith. Women's track and field, Gail Devers.
Devers in lane 3, comes out, and so does Colbert. Devers and Colbert of the United States. Now it's Devers. Argentina comes back at her. Now it's Devers. She's going to do it.
All right. Cool music tonight, huh? And Delbert, sound great. Let's have a hand for Delbert McClinton. Yeah. To present the award for women's golf. Who else? Joe Pesci.
Thank you. I have to tell you one thing. I was standing backstage and Joe Theismann's back there. I said, "How's the leg?" He said, "Great." I said, "Oh, doesn't hurt, nothing." He said, "Feels great." Sitting in back, Emmett Smith, he gets up and walks around. Vander Holyfield in back of me, he gets up and walks around. Nobody limps. I got a little blister on the back of my foot from a golf shoe, and I feel like such a creep. I'm trying not to limp. Anyway. Somebody else limp around. Okay. It's a beautiful evening here inside the Paramount Theater. Temperature about 72 degrees, no measurable wind. Perfect women's golf award weather. This has been a heck of a battle between 3 superbly qualified athletes. I've got to be quiet right now because they're below me. Here are the women's nominees for Women's Golfer of the Year.
Betsy King.
13, a very dangerous driving hole.
Get up.
Betsy hit a good one, though.
Well, hit again.
Scotty Mockery.
Please let me in!
Patty Sheehan.
PGA champion.
John Daly was supposed to give this award, but Dean Beeman wouldn't let him come. So the ESPY goes to Betsy King.
Thank you very much for this award. I'd like to thank my family who supported me. I feel very fortunate. I've spent 16 years making a living and doing something I love to do, namely play golf. And I'd like to thank God for that opportunity, and I'd like to dedicate this award to the memory of Heather Farr. She died of cancer last year. And she showed us all what courage is about. Thank you very much.
In the 1991 World Curling Championships in Göteborg, Norway's Uwe Jarlsberg delivers the stone from his hack, well in front of the hog line. However, near the opposite crampet, whoa, his sweeper's broom touches the dolly. Is this a legal sweep? You make the call.
If hair loss is affecting the way you feel about yourself, then do something about it.
It always looks good, really. And it doesn't matter if it's wet or dry. It's my hair. No more bald spots to cover. It's great. It really is. Looks just the way it did before I started losing it. And no matter how close you get, you can't tell. I mean, it looks like it's growing right out of my head, doesn't it?
My advice to anyone that's thinking of making the change to do something about their hair loss is go for it. The process is really reliable when it comes to water sports. Haven't had any trouble with it at all.
The best part is I can do anything I want, all the things I used to do, because it's my hair.
For free information, call IHRS and the Florida Hair Transplant Centers. Call the toll-free number now.
Go ahead. Take that first step. I did.
1994 American Sports Awards will continue.
They'll call you a tomboy.
Talk about what you wear. Tell you it can't be done.
Who are you going to believe?
He brought home the gold, the silver, and lots of Olympic talent from Lillehammer. Tommy Moe's back in the States for the prestigious Aspen Winter National, Saturday and Sunday afternoon on ESPN.
You don't stop playing baseball after 27 years and then just sit around. Over my career, I developed habits that keep me in shape. Regular workouts will always be a part of my life.
And when I get sore, I take Advil. It's strong, it works, and I know it helps. And Advil's gentler on my stomach than aspirin.
I know if I keep working out, I'll stay in shape. And when I get sore, Advil will keep working for me. Advil, advanced medicine for pain.
To play this game, you got to have the drive. You got to have the moves. You got to have the love. But most importantly...
Hey, man, you get the ball? No, I ain't got the ball. You got it? Say what?
You got to have the ball.
Somebody better bring the ball. Supposed to bring the ball?
Hey, Chumps. Want a game?
The all-new Street Ball. It's a Rawlings, it's only $4.99, and only at Pizza Hut. Get one, because nobody plays without the ball.
When you work in a doctor's office during cold season,
You're gonna get a cold, and I've got a butte. Hard to tell? That's because I took this. Advil Cold and Sinus. From the makers of Advil. It's tough on colds, like Advil is on pain. Gets you through congestion, fever, a bad sore throat. Believe me. I know.
Advil Cold and Sinus. Advanced formula for the cold season.
0 to 60. Straight versus slalom. A demonstration of who Lexus is relentlessly pursuing. The all-new Cadillac Seville SLS with the North Star system. Cadillac. Creating a higher standard.
Is there no 30-second clip now? Somebody told me there was a 30-second clip. What are you guys, gaslighting me? Okay, to present our auto racing award, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome David Letterman. Dave.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Don't worry, Dennis. We'll find the guy who got your tie. You know, ladies and gentlemen, win or lose, it's just great to be this close to Penn Station, isn't it? I'm here to present the ESPY for Driver of the Year. It's the kind of thing you have to do when you get 8 points on your license. When I was a kid, I grew up not far from the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, and every May, my family, my friends and I would go out there, and I can remember seeing guys like Bill Vukovich, Tony Bettenhausen, A.J. Foyt, Parnelli Jones, Dick and Jim Rathman, Roger Ward, Mario Andretti. And then in 1961, Jack Brabham showed up with the Cooper. And then shortly thereafter, Dan Gurney, Jimmy Clark, Colin Chapman. I got to see Graham Hill win a race. I got to see Jackie Stewart. I got to see Jochen Rindt. And then in the 70s, Mark Donahue. And these are the guys that caused me to fall in love with this sport. And I feel the same way about the men and women who participate in it today. So folks, here now are the nominees for the ESPY Driver of the Year.
Dale Earnhardt. Nigel Mansell. Rusty Wallace.
You know, this is all very exciting, but we're preempting this week on the Senior PGA Tour, so I'm sad about that. Thank you very much, Mom. And the winner of the 1994 ESPY is Nigel Mansell. Right there.
Well, I'm very honored to be here, second year running, and to receive this off David, but I must say that I've had a lot of my training from David, haven't I?
Yes, you have.
Yeah.
Kick your ass on the Merritt Park.
Well, the problem is, I know it's true, but can I just say, first of all, thank you to ESPY and to the voters for making me be here this evening. But in our sport, as everybody knows, there's a lot of backing, and I must thank the sponsors, Texaco, Kmart, and of course the Newman Haas team, and two very special people that brought me to your country, which was Carl Haas and Paul Newman. I think you've probably heard of the names. But above all, I had a little accident where I went to sleep earlier in the year, didn't I? And there's two very special doctors. He enjoyed that. And I was put back together, and George Morris from Florida and Terry Trammell from Indianapolis, I thank you very much for allowing me to be here tonight. Thank you all very much, and God bless you all.
It's a Kmart tuxedo, by the way. Yeah.
I tell you who's got my tie, Larry Tisch. He had no bread left over to buy his own. As a fan, you dream of hearing your favorite announcers working the same booth together. Well, for me, that dream has come true. Please welcome NBC's brand new baseball broadcasting team, Bob Costas and Bob Uecker.
Thank you, Dennis. Uke, as you know, the key to any championship team is chemistry. Whether on the field or in the booth, you have to work as a unit. You've got to complement each other, set each other up. Each individual selflessly shunning the spotlight in order to make the other guy look good. A harmonious, mutually respectful, sharing relationship, that is the ideal. Oh, sure, the Oakland A's of the 70s seemed to thrive on discord, as did the psycho ward that was the '86 Mets. Billy Martin's Yankees were more dysfunctional than the Jackson family.
Just a bit outside.
As I was saying, the Bears of Mike Ditka and Buddy Ryan looked like a Montel Williams panel, and the Pistons of the 80s behaved like laid-off postal workers, but these are just exceptions that prove my point. Teamwork, that elusive blend of talents and personalities, that's what we strive for. There is no I in Team Uke. So, for success to be achieved, a coach and his diverse amalgam of players must gel as one entity as they strive for the summit, the title, the crown, the Holy Grail.
All right, we go to the bottom of the fifth, and here are the nominees for Outstanding Team.
Chicago Bulls. Dallas Cowboys.
Champion. And the Cowboys back to back in the half. Yeah. Woo!
This Cowboys team is the team of the 90s. North Carolina Tar Heels.
Three-pointer on the way off the mark. Rebound Carolina down to 3.
Toronto Blue Jays.
Baseball has a repeat World Series champion, and it's your Toronto Blue Jays. And the ESPY goes to Toronto Blue Jays, Pat Gillick, general manager.
On behalf of the management of the Toronto Blue Jays, the ownership, our player development, scouting, and all our players, I want to thank you for this award tonight. It certainly is an organization's award, and I accept it on their behalf. Thank you very much.
So Toronto's for the birds, and we have some other baseball news from the weekend gone by. World Series GOAT and stand-up guy Mitch Williams graciously threw out the first pitch at a Little League baseball game down in Texas. Pitch was hit by 10-year-old Matt Daly some 450 feet over the left center field fence for a home run. Mike, Bill, Dan, same.
Understandable error, Charlie. In fact, did you know that I'm one of 3 Patricks at ESPN? Mike, Bill and myself. And did you know that not only are none of us related, but none of us have the real last name of Patrick?
So what is your real last name?
I think I can come clean here. Gumble.
We'll be back with Troy Aikman, Garth Brooks, and the Pro Basketball Player of the Year.
People wonder, how far will he go? How good will he be? I'm only 22 years old. Stick around.
So, does it ever get any easier?
I don't think it's supposed to. It's a sophisticated flight simulator. But around here, we call it the box. Even though it doesn't fly, it's sure going to test how well you can. At American, we come here twice a year to get checked out. You know, I don't know of another airline that puts more emphasis on training.
See you in 6 months.
Oh, I'll be back. But if you happen to be sitting behind me,
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
I bet you'll agree.
Welcome you aboard American Airlines.
It's worth it.
Our flight this morning should be a smooth one.
To play this game, you got to have the drive. You got to have the moves. You got to have the love. But most importantly...
Hey, man, you get the ball? No, I ain't got the ball. You got it? Say what?
You got to have the ball.
Somebody better bring the ball. Bring the ball.
Hey, Chumps. Want a game?
The all-new street ball. It's a Rollings, it's only $4.99, and only at Pizza Hut. Get one, because nobody plays without the ball.
If you'd like to see yourself in a new car or truck, check out this little number. Call now to apply for the GM MasterCard, and you could actually lower the price of a new GM vehicle. With the GM card, you earn 5% on everything you buy, up to $3,500 toward the purchase or lease of a new GM car or truck, and you pay no annual fee. Call 1-800-8-GM-CARD. With all its features, no other credit card can keep pace with the GM MasterCard, today's financial vehicle.
In the preseason, I don't get out much. But come spring, there's nothing more relaxing than a little walk in the park.
All men are created equal. Some just work harder in the preseason.
Well, welcome back. To present the award for pro basketball are rappers and actors whose latest movie was House Party 3. Please welcome Kid and Play.
Before we present the award, the ESPY for pro basketball, we have something of grave concern we need to discuss here this evening.
Yeah, we would like to request that all NBA players, please stop rapping.
Please, that's right. That's right, stop rapping. Now, you don't see me or Play wandering onto the basketball court in the land and talking about, I'll open, pass me, let me break this backboard.
That's right. You stay out of our house, and we'll stay out of yours. Thank you.
Now, here are the nominees for Pro Basketball Player of the Year.
Charles Barkley.
Pretty play. Aims to Barkley. The icing on the cake.
Michael Jordan.
Jordan in the circle, puts the shot in the air. Good! The game's over, and the Bulls have won.
Hakeem Olajuwon.
Good! Oh, boy! The greatest basketball player in the world.
And the ESPY goes to...
Drum roll.
Hold up. Charles Barkley.
Yo, check this out. Charles Barkley wanted to be here, but he got thrown out of yesterday's game, so he wanted to catch an early flight out. things didn't work out. So instead, he's
joining us live from Phoenix. How you doing, Sir Charles?
Everything is going good. How you guys doing?
Chilling. Charles Oakley sends his regards.
I heard a lot of good things from him and Scottie Pippen in the last couple of days.
Well,
number one, hey, I want to thank you for the award. It's a great honor. So the way things are going for me this year, I probably won't win it next year, so I want to thank everybody for giving me this award this year. And Michael definitely won't win it next year, so I want to thank everybody. Number one, thank God, because without him, I couldn't be me.
We're out.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Dan Jansen. I'm here to present the award for the best performance under pressure. Thank you. These are all wonderful nominees, but you want to talk about pressure. Imagine having the entire country watching you on television, pulling for you, that desperately afraid you'll make a terrible mistake. Well, enough about Leon Lett. I'm sorry, Leon, I'm sorry. Here are the nominees for Best Performance Under Pressure.
Joe Carter.
Swinging a belt, left field, way back, Blue Jays win! Touch a ball, Joe. You'll never hit a bigger home run in your life.
Evander Holyfield.
Beautiful combination by Holyfield, and they keep on going. And once again, heavyweight champion of the world.
Gerald Swoops.
Swoops takes it inside. Gerald Swoops with a turnaround, and Gerald Swoops goes in for that contender. Swoops what a play, and it works again.
And the ESPY goes to Joe Carter.
Tell you what, this is great. First, giving honor to God. I'm thankful for him because without him, I would not be here. I want to thank my wife for the 13 years she supported me, my wife Diana. And I want to thank Pat Gillick, Paul Beeson, and Cito Gaston for taking me out of San Diego and bringing me to a championship ball club like Toronto Blue Jays. I'm very happy to have won this award for the ESPN, the ESPY Award. And right now, all we can think about is three-peating. Thank you very much.
The ESPYs are brought to you by Reebok Instapump Technology. It's new, it's hot, it's radical. Grip it, feel it. And by the men and women of General Motors Worldwide, who are proud to bring you this telecast of the 1994 American Sports Award.
There's an advanced medical procedure going on here at this clinic. It's called microsurgical hair transplantation. If you're a man or a woman suffering from a hair loss problem, now you can receive free information and find out about the medical procedures available for hair loss that may grow your own hair back. This is an actual client who's had microsurgery. This is his own real growing hair. Under the direction of a medical doctor, microsurgical hair transplantation allows us to literally transplant your own hair to other balding or thinning areas. Microsurgical hair transplantation may be the answer for you. Find out by calling for free information now.
International Hair Restoration Systems and the Florida Hair Transplant Center offer the latest medical and non-medical solutions for hair loss. Call now for free information at 1-800-645-8900. 1994 American Sports Awards will continue.
We are starting the Jimmy V Foundation for Cancer Research. We need your help. It may not save my life. It may save my children's lives. It may save someone you love. Don't give up. Don't ever give up.
To keep Jimmy V's dream alive, send your donation to the V Foundation for Cancer Research, Post Office Box 410, Bristol, Connecticut.
So, where's the boss today?
Picked up his new car.
What'd he get? The BMW? The Lexus?
Neither. He got the Bonneville.
Really?
Said it had anti-lock brakes, leather, dual airbags. Said with all that and the way it drives, he couldn't see spending 10 to 20 grand more.
He likes bargains.
He likes cars.
To play this game, you got to have the drive. You got to have the moves. You got to have the love. But most importantly...
Hey, man, you get the ball?
No, I ain't got the ball. You got it?
Say what?
You got to have the ball.
Somebody better bring the ball.
Supposed to bring the ball?
Hey, Chumps. Want a game?
The all-new Street Ball. It's a Rawlings, it's only $4.99, and only at Pizza Hut. Get one, because nobody plays without the ball.
All 1994 ESPY winners will receive a free car wash. Hot wax included at Lenny Dykstra's Car Wash. A great addition to the city of Corona.
To present the awards for Male and Female Athlete of the Year, we wanted to get a big-name quarterback and a multi-platinum recording artist, but Dieter Brock and Vanilla Ice weren't available. Instead, hey, listen, it's late for me, too. Please welcome Troy Aikman and Garth Brooks.
The nominees for Female Athlete of the Year include a tennis player who's maintained her greatness despite ever tougher and younger competition, a top jockey who's battled back from a crippling spill, and a basketball player who put on a shooting exhibition in an NCAA final that no one will soon forget.
Here are the nominees.
Steffi Graf.
The energy, the effort, the anticipation. A great champion, Graf.
Julie Crow.
And they're off. Well, right about here, I said this is the longest stretch I've ever come down in my entire life, but luckily for me, it just kept getting faster and faster.
Cheryl Swoop.
You want to name it or are you fine? And the ESPY goes to Julie Crone.
Thank you all very much. I'd just like to let Joe Pesci know that I have 13 screws in my ankle and I don't limp either. And I'm wearing heels. This is a wonderful and very exciting thing for me this evening. To be a little girl in Eau Claire, Michigan, and sit in my living room and watch things on TV and wish to be famous someday and want to excel in a sport, and looking around here me this evening and seeing not only incredible sports heroes, but also people that have overcome things that we all hope we never get handed to ourselves in our lives, and we don't know what we're going to do with them until we're handed them. And also wonderful people and other people that are stars and heroes and have excelled in their fields, like Garth Brooks and David Letterman. Like Steve said earlier this evening, I too was very fortunate to come across Jim Valvano, and to be on his TV show, I had a very fortunate opportunity to more than anything appreciate his humor. He made me laugh hysterically, and then later he made me admire him for his courage and his strength. This year, my life was filled with lots of ups and downs, and some of them not so fortunate. And our greatest glory is not in never falling, but rising every time we fall. And I'm sure by all you champions here this evening, you know that more than anyone. And speaking of champions, I would like to thank my mother, Judy, who's in Florida, and my father, Don, that's with me here tonight, and also God, and the ESPYs and the sponsors. Thank you.
A baseball player who turned a franchise around in his first year by the Bay, an auto racing legend who transferred his skills from Formula One to Indy cars and didn't slip a gear, and a Heisman-winning quarterback who won his school a national championship.
Here are the nominees for Male Athlete of the Year.
Barry Bonds.
That's going to be trouble. Bonds makes the catch. Coming out of nowhere.
Nigel Mansell.
The IndyCar Championship. And there is the checkered flag for Nigel Mansell.
Charlie Ward.
He'll run with the football. Charlie Ward to the 50. Charlie to the 45. Charlie to the 40. Charlie Ward. Remarkable run.
And this year's ESPY goes to Barry Bonds.
I don't think I will. Oh, this is a surprise. I got you, Emmett. I'd like to thank my parents for having me. I wish I was in Joe Carter's shoes, but I was back there with Jim Kelly, and I was telling him I know how he feels. I've been through 4 playoffs and came up short, and I dream about winning a championship, and I was telling my friend Stevie that I'm probably going to go down in history as more other awards except the one I want. But I want to thank the ESPYs. This is an honor to go up against so many great athletes, and Ward, you're going to win so many awards because you were such a talented athlete, and I watch you all the time in college, and you got a great future ahead of you, and just keep the head you got on your shoulders, man. You're great. And I also want to... And for all, I want to say thanks to the past great athletes that inspired me, and to the present and the future. Thank you for inspiring me, and God bless you all.
Now for this year's technical awards. I'm yanking you. Good night.
Air transportation for the ESPYs is provided by American Airlines with service to over 300 cities worldwide. American Airlines, something special in the air. Hotel accommodations provided by the New York City Marriott Hotel. All around the town, we make it happen for you. Executive Jet Aviation provides aviation transportation solutions, including the unique NetJets ownership program and charter services. Contact Executive Jet at 800-848-6436. Bonds, you just won the ESPY for Baseball Player of the Year. What are you going to do now?
I'm going to Lenny Dykes' car wash. It's great for the city of Corona.